Episode 7. I have a theory that the original Dark One was Merlin's girlfriend.
The Lady of the Lake?
I think so. Because in the story, the Lady of the Lake trapped him into a tree or a cave, depending on your interpretation. I think. A long ass time ago, in a desert.
Shit. Yeah, look at those freaking
Digging those sandals. Is that the Holy Grail?
To go, I'd imagine.
What do those flowers mean? I've heard a lot of theories about the flowers being about false love.
Well, remember that they were Guinevere's favorite, and Arthur gave her a flower.
Yeah. I keep seeing shit with the flowers representing false love, what love really isn't. Fuck off, Hook. You're an asshole. Check on the brooms. He's the apprentices. Nope. Sorcerer's Apprentice. The brooms. There was a kid. Oh, that's cute. No pressure. Wow.
I feel like you've seen
Jinx?
this before.
Jinx? No pressure, Jinx? Yeah, I've heard a theory about the whole flowers representing, like, being symbolic for false love, or like what everyone thinks is love, like the, you know, butterflies and the obsession and, you know, being like super into the other person, but that's not love. That's obsession and being what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for. It means obsession, but
Would you say like lust comes into it?
Yeah.
Instead of love?
Yeah, like pretty much it's like it's what actually most people think is love, of like the pretty much the honeymoon phase of you know, not you know, all you see is the great in the person and you don't see the bad, and usually when you see the bad, that's when you kind of, you know, that's when most people break up.
Yeah.
But I like with Arthur and Guinevere, the flowers. There's a scene with Regina and Robin where they were introduced, and there was like flowers in the forefront, and then they were in the background. So it was the flowers were like the center of thing of attention, and then Emma and Hook were kissing in a field of those flowers.
Oh yeah.
And then now with Merlin and his lady with the flowers. So it's being like the obsessive beginnings of like puppy love type stuff.
Okay.
But I don't think it's true love.
Were any of those flowers around when Henry was with the girl he was crushing on hardcore?
I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good point though, if it is.
Yeah, but I mean, from what it seems like the flower initially was for revenge. So the flower symbolizes her revenge.
Or the flower could represent falseness in general. A falsity. Is falsity a word? It is now. Okay. Oh. Fuck off. Has everyone forgotten how much of a dick Hook is and all the awful shit that he did in the earlier seasons? Yeah. It is the Holy Grail.
Right. You found the Holy Grail.
Holy shit, the Holy Grail. She drinks from the cup. And she becomes the first Dark One. Boom!
She still had the Grail.
I love Zelena. I love her. I love her so much.
Is she your new favorite?
She is a breath of fresh air of sarcasm and wit, and I love it. I love it.
Didn't answer me. Is she your new favorite?
Leads in the right direction. Looks like her information is good.
That's hard, because I love Regina, but... Oh, wow. She does... Wait, no. This can't wait, no. She has to be the Dark One. My theory's fucking right! Yes! I was right! I was totally fucking right! Yes, yes, yes! Ooh, she's a badass. I like you. Boom! Oh my god, I was so right. I feel so vindicated.
I drank from the grail.
My theory was still right!
Oh, Merlin.
She drank from the grail, babe.
What you got?
What's this, shitty?
You don't have to do this.
Maybe the only way to defeat Arthur, Emma has to become the Dark One. Oh, Emma. Oh, no, shit. Fuck!
Ron Johnson in Blood and Oil.
So, I've had 2 large glasses of wine, so I'm going to try and be as coherent as possible. So, yeah.
She's
That
a lightweight.
episode answered a lot of questions. It was awesome. I liked it.
I liked it as well. I'm excited for the 2-hour episode next week. I mean, while it did answer questions, but there's still so much more that we need to know about what exactly happened between Emma and Arthur and Merlin. Obviously, Merlin, like, Arthur used Merlin against Emma, most likely.
I think, yeah, well, I definitely think that Emma and Merlin are going to be pitted against each other.
Mhm.
And the reason why Emma went completely dark is because the only way to defeat Arthur is to defeat Merlin, which means going dark. So, in the long game, like the long term, I think she thought that by going dark, she could save everybody.
Well, remember, she was initially asking if using dark magic she could, like, help her loved ones, and
Yeah.
she could use that magic in a positive way. And Merlin's like straight up like, no, that's not how this works. But she could have.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm posing a theory. I just thought of this, and after my 2 glasses of wine. In order to cast the curse, she has to sacrifice something that she loves most, which could be her goodness. She could love her goodness, something that's really important to her. What if the curse is cast because in order to defeat Arthur and Merlin, she has to sacrifice herself to become dark, so she takes her heart out, or at least the good part of her, and sacrifices that to cast the curse, to bring everyone back to Storybrooke. Does that make sense? I'm like, because something has to have been sacrificed in order for her to cast the curse.
Yeah. Usually, the heart has to be sacrificed in order for her to enact the curse, which gives everyone amnesia. Again.
Well, it just brings them back, though. But she can add, like, stipulations in it. But she took everyone's memories with the dream catchers.
Yeah.
So she could have sacrificed herself and, in turn, turned dark
But it
by
needs a
casting the
heart.
curse.
Every time I've ever seen the curse enacted, it's not just like, this is the idea of my... No, it's a fucking heart.
What if it's Merlin's heart?
That
What if
is
Merlin
so
cast
fucked
it?
up.
No, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Fuck.
But I could see Emma casting it with Merlin's heart.
But she doesn't love him the most. Is it the thing you love most? So what if she loves herself most?
She'd be dead.
Not necessarily. Not if... Because it's the Dark One.
Who has
Emma could have
immortality.
died while the Dark One survives. Weirder things have happened on this show.
That's true.
Don't even start. I hate Hook. I hate Hook so much. And in this episode, he was a dick. And
And he was still getting all the loving.
seriously, it's like, oh, it's Hook. No, he's an asshole. He's a fucking asshole. Just because he's pretty. If he was an ugly guy and he was acting like this, everyone would hate him. Everybody would hate him.
It's true.
But he's
He'd be
pretty.
like he'd be like a Smee and everything
Smee.
from Hook.
but he's pretty, so everyone gives him the pass. Like, no, he's an asshole. He's a douchebag, and he's not good enough for Emma. But that's neither here nor there.
Or who's the sidekick to Gaston in Beauty and the Beast?
Nefoo.
Nefoo. Yeah, he's Nefoo.
But yeah, I also am amused by how little Robin is actually doing anything.
He's not really there.
You are like trying so hard to sink my ship, and it's not gonna happen.
I'm
You are not
trying
gonna
to
sink
your
the ship.
But
I will not go down with this ship. Wait, I will go down, but it's not going to go down. It's going to stay afloat because it's Endgame.
it would be nice if it was Endgame. I'm very skeptical that the writers will let this happen. I'm skeptical. Everything,
I'm not.
the way that they've written it is like, oh well, fuck it. Okay, they write in the whole thing about it's pixie dust, and that's why it's true love. They have
well,
been
technically it
right-
was soulmate. Technically it was soulmate.
Who said? Well, they in implication is it's her true
Yeah.
love.
I don't know.
So that's why I don't see it happening because they've used like the most shitty plot lines to try to keep them together.
But I'm very excited for the 2-hour episode next week.
Should be good.
Yeah. It's going to be a good weekend because Ronda Rousey is also fighting on that Saturday night. So, Saturday night, Ronda Rousey. Sunday night, what's my time?
And I have a 4-day weekend.
Oh, lucky
It's
you.
gonna be glorious.
Yeah. But I'm excited. Predictions? Well, I've already voiced mine. Do you have any predictions?
I do believe that Arthur will use Merlin against Emma,
Yeah.
and part of the battle between Merlin and Emma will inevitably bring about how she turns dark and how she enacts this curse to bring everyone back to Storybook, but then in the same instance take all their memories.
Yeah.
I think, because seriously, to enact the curse, it has to be the heart of the person they love the most, and Emma obviously loves Henry most.
But Henry's alive.
Henry is alive, but what if it's some crazy thing like what Prince Charming and
Like half a heart.
Snow did?
Like the half a heart syndrome.
And the half a heart she kept was the evil side or something like that. Like
Well,
the
can she
duality between the hearts. Because remember, a heart turns black when it becomes corrupted or
So
whatever.
what if she takes like the good part of her and the dark part of her and splits it in half and sacrifices the good part of her and then keeps the dark part of her, and that's how the curse
I
is
think it would
enacted.
have to be, but that's her heart. I seriously think
Everyone
she
should
doesn't-
love themselves. You should love yourself.
Yeah, you should, but I still believe that she loves Henry more than she loves herself because she puts herself in danger all the time for Henry's sake.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
2-hour episode next week.
it's gonna be awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm good. I hope you all enjoyed. I had a lot of wine.
Well, I'm Rachel.
I'm Megan.
Bye.
See you next week.